All right, the baby's turning this video on and off. Let's turn this remote control off. There we go. I wanted to do an update here before I actually make a decision of shaving my head or not. What dreads look like, natural, freeform, at, let's see, 4.5 years. I don't use any product. I use the most natural type of shampoo that I can find. And if I don't have something, then I just use whatever I have. I have really hard well water, or did. So I was actually just using this from Sally's to get the orange out of my hair. But I only wash my hair about once a week. Unless I've had like a really sweaty workout, then I have to wash it. So I wanted to show you where we're at here. I counted them up the other day. I have 31. And if I put them all up on top of my head, I'll give you guys a little peek here. The only parts that haven't locked up on their own are pretty much the pieces that frame my face, which is kind of cool, but also a little frustrating. So let's see here if you can see that. These are the parts that are still pretty loose. I also have some on top that's not locked up because I tend to play with it with my fingers. So I would have had more, but in the beginning I combed a lot out when I was like still on the fence. They locked up pretty quick just by, believe it or not, washing my hair actually accelerated the locking up process. Hold on, I gotta check on the baby. We're back. Yeah, so they actually look really nice. They did shrink a lot. My hair is pretty much about to my nips, but everything that's locked up has gotten really short. I need to turn so the lighting's different, but you can see here the ones on top are really super short. I mean, that's right there. But they look really nice. I should have put beads in them from the very beginning. I only put beads in a couple, and some of them actually just grew over. My hair just grew over it. Excuse me. Stinker binker. Look at you. Ooh, sassy. But I liked the freeform method better than getting them done because they all do their own thing. They all have their own kind of natural swirls and twirls, but the downside to that is then you'll see right here, it just gets very, very short, some of them. So I'm kind of on the fence about what I want to do here. Like I said, it's been about 4.5 years. I started when I was 30. See, there's a bead that's been there for a really long time. And it's kind of nice because it keeps it locked up as I push it back up to my scalp. But then where the bottom's sort of knotted up, it's gotten really short. I would definitely look into getting some maintenance on them if you decide to do that. Here you can see I actually combed out the bottom half of this one because it had gotten so tight wound that it was so short, and I just combed that out, and I might just braid it or something like that. But they look pretty nice. It's just more annoying than anything. It's a lot more work than I thought. I thought you were just gonna be able to let your hair go and not have to straighten it anymore. But it's constant separation. When I'm driving in the car, when I'm going to sleep at night, I'm constantly playing with it to separate it. But I'll turn around so you can see. Let me turn this way so you can get better lighting. What it looks like in the back, where the little pieces are for your ponytail. Those were like 2 separate dreads, but they've locked up now into one, if you can see that, hopefully. So I may actually have my partner wrap them for me just to see if it can get them to lock up better. But you have a couple of those little swirlies. And then I also have one massive 3 or 4 like Congo here that I actually had my mom help me cut through to separate, but that definitely should have had some maintenance a long time ago. That's just where I sleep on my head, and it just mats it up really, really well. Sorry about that, I had a phone call coming in. So I hope you can see these, what they look like. So you can tell if someone's actually had them done professionally. They're not gonna have all this natural look to it. And they're all unique and they're all different. This one back here was one of my first ones that I loved, and it actually Congoed up into like 3 or 4 ones. Let me scoot up for you. So it's kind of a mess now, but this one right here was really cool. I had like a bead on it, and it locked up super fast, and it just looked really nice. And then this happened. Another one got locked up with it, and you can see that the hairs are just starting to gravitate towards that again. And then you'll also have some little tiny thin ones like this. I can't believe this is still holding on, where it's just literally holding on by a hair. And that's what I'm gonna try and lock up with this piece here and just wrap it and see if I can save that. I've had a couple just break off because of that. So it's still doing its thing. You know, I have mixed feelings about it, I really do. I wanna try and practice in the yoga world, we call it parigraha, which is non-attachment. And I'm so tempted to just shave my entire head. But I also feel like it has to do with where I'm at spiritually, and I don't feel like I'm at that point to make that change in my life right now. I'm working on a lot of things coming up for 2019, and we'll just see what happens at that point. But there you go. I'll try to post another videos after I wrap some of them, and I may just shave this part right here as part of my new leaf turning over. Oh, thank you. I love you. So that's it. Let me try to move this around a little bit. Maybe you can see more in the light. And I started out using Vicky's Just for Dreads shampoo, which was super minimal. The ingredients were very minimal. I try to just use as little as possible when it comes to any kind of product. And I have never locked them up or twisted them. I did go see someone one time, and she did twist up a couple of them for me with these pieces right here, but they came out. So I may go see her again for some help, but that's it. And I tend to wear it up like this just because it looks a little unkempt for work. So I do something like that, but it's just hard with working out. It tends to get matted up really easy, and there you go. You see the little pieces that aren't long enough for the pony that just hang down, or I have to bobby pin up. But I wanted to show you, I specifically tried to follow the Freeform method and let the hairs go where they will, and different parts of my life have caused them to do different things. When I was postnatal. I was in bed a lot and just nursing the baby, so I got really matted up in the back there, and they all kind of tell a little story. So there you go, 4.5 years, Freeform, natural. Locks update. Peace out. You say bye-bye? Come on. Say bye. Bye, stinky, stinky. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.